World War and the Kosono. If you say, said ya Russia akɔto Ukraine so ya aman nyine kasa say Russia dia wo ye nye jai. Ebi so say Russia dia na wo ye no onim ya wo hwehwe no. Onim enipa na oman ohwehwe no. Akuti anim ni ra enti opa wo meso so. Ene ye se ukoto say nipa mienu ko a emusa say ye de bisa say na anu asem no eye den efidi efi. De ote ya ante na ye wonim so ehu asechire enti ye de pese ye ti ase ye na ye humu so ye enti enne wo hwe ya bebie wo no asesa kakra yaba onim difo ho onim sempuni mpuso de efri na wotwe na hyase na ano ye ne amanyofo no kasa edu mpuni mpuso de a wonu mu a eye wo mo adwosu ankasa brunyi se eye wo mo field wo mo ye expert wo no na mo aboa ye amayate ase enti ye wo Ghana Armed Forces Staff and Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College enti ye wo Ghana Armed Forces Staff and Command College
Ghana Armed Forces Command
and Staff enti ye wo Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College minyo sere ni civilian me ba akra mi cheki mi say we dey omo ti say police phone na omo ne wa sere ti pacho police and comes abai ayaba ye ba be jindim tie opani die kan ye wo Legon ne die ne say international relations na oba security mu so die still oda so ginemu wono ene director wo hwa academic ene wo san ye dean enso ewo ha ena ni din so kra no Russia kakra wom ti yenimu ade se wo be bias so be jan fifio mi won papa yi so hum ena wo share veranda boys ase but Vladimir no ni papa na de Vladimir de to no ana we'll get to know Dr. Vladimir Antwi-Danso ya yonko yes akran so be independent kaya independence dan ye tiny no ebompu nimpu na na dem say asem ni asem ahia enti yaba ne na so a ye besua de kakra e de afa Russia and Ukraine war supposedly third world war no eho na se usua de aye ka wo hunika doc ye ma wachi
eniam niaba
ye ma wa official panso enche Ghana be di 65 years CPP mother so
yetiasi
CPP never dies and Nkrumah never dies.
Nkrumah the CPP never dies.
Oh okay. Enti eniama be
ye Ghana for na mo hwe ni mo to aba na ma CPP Ghana nye ye
CPP ani amumu abo amuhu ye we mete ntokwa yi mesi ye sabre na mampani Nkrumah no wo kɔ ha no e won Vietnam ye ne nkrofo so ono so na nka wo ye east aligned won
yes or socialist
eni wo ha nka no de oni Russia be hwe abo but look seriously we are Russian trained.
I'm Russian trained. I'm US trained. Yeah, me postdoctorals no US.
Okay.
3 years.
Okay.
No US. Boston.
Okay. But udin nti asa wakoma be Russia mo.
Oh, there be where I come any wo I say history. Ghana nya independence 6 March. Untimi go jina be say me nya Ghana intimi 6 March no call 10th March. Nti ya disua no infi Russia ni ana America ni. And then I mean we say America form penny for professors including the former well-known foreign minister of the US for 40 years, foreign minister Kissinger, Wakasa, Bernie Sanders, Democrat, Wakasa, German, Professor Bak, also Wakasa. Women are a Western kind of way, but some more kind of just say, na Russia, they are now, Soviet of Russia, and say what person who can depend on you. And you say, no, just say, Nimdia won't even know what they can, and never be a free.
I see. You better buy into details. Now, Dinunya, we ain't see no feel okay.
Catch them up, me dear, I told me by a woman, dear friend, Timothy.
Oh, Paul Aquala Timothy. Now then, I won't pay. Now I go for Vladimir.
I'm go for Vladimir. Or Sadi for now, can I say, no, not the Vladimir told me.
Yes, you told us.
I told you before.
Yes.
Kade Match Factory.
Yes.
Kubiano. West Amankasi. Na most young pioneer near man. Na misa. Manu so Ti mena na ya me salute us ade for born acolytes nisa na da no the late SB Arthur
Okay.
Okay, I'm one year soon now, Ghana.
Okay.
And one Mr. Mensa, a teacher, someone can see number form 2, number form 1. And what did you maybe kick and was at the Fontina? Nti obejina wa me mama nsaso na me de wuruso sa na ni agi na young lady no Lydia or the bouquet of flowers in the brain no so bouquet no one or the share ubi nsa na o mama so see ni kon.
Wow.
Was we need the future Vladimir elite learning of Ghana and Africa.
At the Vladimir in Chesing or Russia.
To own the world in peace. Meal is peace. Vladiet is to own.
So dog, I didn't know o namesake. Mampeni Vladimir Putin on said the dignity my genesis of sa Russia and Ukraine a kunya ene yehu say na someone yede nso ni din si obe only world in peace.
Yeah, imni aba no kureni ade ba na wonte ase a na wafi ase ma eto hopi no kureni no me kumamu no nia ekoso no ya na nye ni say ordinary people and ewu ene ma ye de ya adwene aye bridges schools hospitals ni ade ne say entokwa bi ade enye. You know, war is destruction, war is death. Na eto ne edin so a opramoto obi a ne anti Putin ase ni nyina ne say we are seeing BBI friend security there. You fed agro. Now security has no morality. In TNE, ade this security no morality no. Now it doesn't depend on the regime. Say
morality ni ho ne saying. Yenwe papa yenwe bone.
Yenwe say oh nyaminti oh the kuku nipa enye security. There's no morality in security. It's a principle in war. So anya sadia Wuti wana ye obi beto oprem kra di say akosombu dama agana for browse you enye hwe yenso ye koto oprem a ebe ha ebo enti security de obi enya ne security mfa ndi agro o ma bia fititititititititi wo security wo mfa ndi agro no obi ben wa no ama no warning obi ye no ama no warning enti wo hwa akokon aba nyina security issues.
Okay,
we are se wo biara security issue.
Okay.
And we say to be agreed. Say my penina gasa no a war like say Sparta for ne Bush no money ade no no a war like that. But then unimenti anonso opeso oko. Na ni titiri nyina ne say na we asin mu achemienu.
Okay.
Bipolarity. Ne what the Warsaw Pact ehwe eastern countries no ne Russia for no Soviet Union ne allied states. Bulgaria no ne ade no nyina share Soviet Union ase.
Okay.
One camp.
The social service USSR.
USSR.
All right.
And sana yewo NATO.
Okay.
North Atlantic Treaty Organization. America ni East ni Europe.
Okay.
No so ma form NATO ni form on first.
Okay.
Sana ye ya Warsaw Pact na China Warsaw Pact by.
Okay.
Then we alliances, military alliances. Enti say unim na ukoka obako ewo yi a no waka omu nyina. We so enti NATO ni normal can say there were two military organizations stacked against each other.
Okay.
When Russia imploded in 1991, by 92, no Warsaw Pact na ede egu.
So what say imploded that?
Na HSA Russia
or the Nakodia ba former na
Soviet Union no from
okay.
Bibia ko form kra. Enti na obofo a okodi na ya no na etu ato aboni sei. Na beden so de also de kwahi because bofo no to abo na na odere to bedem. Bofo enso etu ato apai ne sa.
Nti akwankwa
se Russia ati apede a all the other states no ebe independent.
Okay.
Including Ukraine, Romania, Bulgaria, Romania, Hungary, Poland, Lithuania, Estonia.
Latvia.
Be independent.
Okay.
No we are independent. NATO there one fani tu ato fam. Anka me hu say enipa mienu a mo asise mo beko na ba ko de nsa to fam a na ba ko no so ayede. NATO did not dismantle. Enti woman
Basa Russia kafra enye ne pe eno de kan say onko biem. It was that NATO no timi overshadow Warsaw na.
That is the mistake we always make, and that's the mistake Akofa Santokoyaba.
Oh, I see.
The mistake is this: Matron article Spain. The West erroneously say mistakenly thought say they have won the Cold War. It won't spread democracy throughout the world. And the Iraq war by, and the Libya war by, and the wars. Just say now Bush can say he was going to Iraq to civilize Iraq.
Yes.
To make Iraq the beacon of democracy in the Middle East. So onya Iraq na Iraq ye democracy. Na Middle East fo nyina ye nuanu nkramofo no mo ye theocracy no. Wo nyina ba be democratic. Enti na America for penny professors ni bi en microphone ni bi. E say urging America on. The first one was Fukuyama, Francis Fukuyama. Fukuyama said, this is the end of history. Just say, no other governance system between us or you. In America, and Joseph Nye, also actually say, bound to lead. America is bound to lead. Robert McNamara was out of the code. You have free Cold War, America, lead. You know, these things now America started misbehaving. So we are from 92, Yugoslavia. Oh, NATO do Muajim. Yugoslavia is part of NATO.
Because of East. International Warsaw ni mwana.
Exactly, na ko Warsaw. Na say bibia to Yugoslavia no more ya NATO na say ya competent kwa. Ama Yugoslavia mu chair 6 nations. Ama ebikure free mobile. Say Kosovo, ye hu say o a country and as on your country. Enti sa dem ya na e koso no. If ya de no to nchen ya. NATO na nka say fiase say efe de o say countries na nke o Warsaw part o say o mo pen. E de o mo abehye NATO.
Asokoda do mo meka ye ho. But say no matter mo ho ase say Russia be fa no east, which is Warsaw nti anye ye kura east wo ho. America won so do hene wo west.
Na no Russia for na nka hwe sa no mo da fam. Bia say 92 97 na no mo fi ase. E question NATO say na okra wo da so te wo ye den. 97 kura mama ye promise say you won't go eastward. Into the eastward expansion of NATO na ha Russia. O ma ka ma fankuro ni nyina ma ni nyina Ukraine ni Georgia de. Ukraine e wo Russia bonkum su tese wo to wona ya nya kakra bi kura na ko ye border no ano no. Na Russia re kan nyina e start from Ukraine. Into o furuma de anka Ukraine. Kiev Rus. O ka Russian history e start from Kiev Rus. Kasa ne yepe, kasa ne tse fantini twi. Na meka ne Ukraine for ka Ukraine ni person no kasa. On ka Ukrainian language no. Ka Russian. When wo interview am yo nyina mi hwia maso a, o mo ka pure Russian. Ukraine for na wo interview wo nyina. Say na man for beti ase. Enti na nka won de wo mo ben. Enti Russia ma warning say, say two countries see there. Mamo ya madwin so be dey.
Mo be ko ho. Eye NATO no ya ma NATO woni wo ho almost started say almost the free Georgia na Georgia no anase bra Russia build the Soviet Union no Russia for shishebe bia eti Georgia no 2 enclaves some small places be back the Abkhazia na back the South Ossetia one way and the udru on my the Russian kwa and Russia for say yeah ma Sankrofu enkoka NATO. Oh, na ntokwesi wo Georgia. Timbaka 2008 Olympics bresu pepe send their way by. Olympic Games.
Olympic Games time pepe na Russia for to share Georgia for so bo ko NATO ye behwe. One president no dwane ye. Enom ko cha border new border. It me no ka say ye ka Georgia South Ossetia na Abkhazia o mo nka ho. Nso e wo Georgia.
E wo Georgia mine mu.
Na Russia for so mo ye peacekeeping. That should have sent a signal to NATO say, "Mudi Ukraine who agora ebeha." At the same time now, Ukraine for air pressure on bed and won't be called NATO no. 2014, and Russia to share Crimea. And you did one bobo so yantiase Crimea no Russia for there free 1783.
But it's closer to Ukraine. Ben Ukraine.
My example. Mimi Krum beyond the Volta.
Ewo Ghana
ha mi frienum ekwamu fie Japan finte Frankadua enum boso ye nyina ewo esoja but ye wo eastern region politically no ye wo eastern region na sesebio enye bia na akufu ado was for administrative purposes mo river no enye boundary nti for the Volta region na enye bia anka papa vi nsanfo asabi na nka wodi se o succeed se o the voter region ye koka Togo ho a uji se Ghana fo hwe yen na yen ananka ye Ghana fo ye o east region no ye de ye koka Togo ho Ghana be sorry sana you Crimea niti Crimea has never been part of Ukraine until 1954 Khrushchev for administrative purposes ben Ukraine se na woka no
okay
yen kam nka Ukraine 54 date na ba sa Khrushchev na ngasa no wa Ukrainian.
Oh,
so
I see.
the Soviet Union.
Okay.
Gorbachev Ukrainian.
Okay.
You know, you have
Ukrainians. Oh, okay.
What the Yanko, you know, Shevchenko,
Ukraine for. Okay.
And you know, I had like I say Ukraine,
Russia or Crimea.
Free 1973, Russia for almost 12 overwhelmingly. Na Russia for to share. You see, annexation is not annexation. Even if it's annexation, it is in the proper direction. Now that should have sent a message.
But Crimea won you.
Bonibia in Crimea.
Every day, it's in rebels and Antokwa and Nato. Every day, we international media. But say there's as a war because of Crimea.
It's international media. It's international media. Because as far as I'm concerned, the Crimea question is resolved.
Oh,
our kind American generals, generals are on report say we would have done it.
Wow.
Yes, we would. America would have done it. Recent one, basically, they are still saying the same thing.
I see.
And
but Russia, Ukraine, Russia, Diana, Russia from Ukraine. Then even before 1992, as I say, no, yes, in 1918, in my read, I found that Ukraine is independent since 1918.
Ukraine was in the Russia revolution. Now it was only Russia. Russia stretched all the way to Poland. And Vladimir Ilyich Lenin said the wilderness of the Ebema revolution and they were independent. Say Poland was giving its independence.
Okay.
The China no more gather on Marco to form the Soviet Union.
Oh, I see.
Now Soviets now so very craftily Ukraine like an independent country, even in the United Nations setup. Just to get numbers.
So when you say Russia, he was outsmarting.
There be outsmarting the crux of the matter today ended the eastward expansion of NATO. Period.
Say NATO eastward. Ukraine.
Because since 1992, we share elections in Ukraine. There were Russian-speaking enclaves, Lugansk and Donetsk, purely Russian.
Okay.
Russian.
But they are part of Ukraine.
But they are part of their territory, no?
Okay.
Part of Ukraine. Now, in the Tuaba, either say Russian, no be winning, and say Russian-speaking. Now they have one more Tuaba once be a Russian-speaking winning, you know. You did not see Masamobaka, Fred be Orange Revolution, America for color revolutions, no? Orange Revolution, then Spring, then Revolution, Middle East Revolution, right?
Okay.
Arab Spring. Jama Africa, Ibenya, whatever.
Africa uprising.
It's in what's in it there? Say Russian speaking, I know Russia for ne kapa because after all, the mother tongue. You too know. I'm a basa see Ukraine, we be siswa na Poroshenko baya. Ono wo sikanti oni eskafo ne dili.
Mampeni okoya ansana Zelensky ba.
Ono na dwen say yankɔ NATO dia and the mamu ye nya yi. And o share wo boss say ye kɔ no fi assistance agreement. Emma France, Germany and which other country? And Poland. And Russia for be share and Ukraine for be share. Samre no. And o can so there be. Ye ma period be ye ma ho be 50 years kra. Ye nkonko join NATO. Say never Russia come as beton because any who and America and say borderline security. Ye fendi agro. Ye tika na Burkina Faso na nya na sem na Ghana for soldier for dia kefa ye ho be. And so many who can say border no so ye ni abre.
Okay.
What you say? Security ye fendi agro.
Okay.
Kura and I'm saying there's no morality. Ye hwe na Burkina Faso sheda a building terrorist be so Mumbra Ghana. You better watch Burkina Faso here.
I see. Said you can indirectly. And yeah, Ukraine na Russia pen. Or she share Nato in America.
In America. And now see him to do the beba na names do beba no ye dey wo wie. Wo no ama ho kwan. Up till now Zelensky me ne no a ako and we are Putin. Me nkrofo ya ba be kunko wa wo nkrofo o. Me yen sign agreement me nko anabi. Ono so gina no wo hwe say West be den.
Ebeba be boa no.
Omo mada etuo no mo de bre no.
I didn't know mama.
They don't have a right. I just said officially to say Syria officially they invited the Russians.
Okay.
Into obetumi invite officially some other country or inviting NATO third world war starting. Or inviting NATO. NATO is a group, the whole of Europe,
an organization.
Until Russia will be indiscriminate. What you say?
But me dream wants to say, Vladimir, on she wawa and say, Ukraine, Russia from my Ukraine. See at my mum for an ebre. Okay, see, oh, me ko residential areas. Oh, me ko say, and any 2 days, yes, wafa Kharkiv, and now wafa. And to me, be say, ah, and then putting all shishi.
We are moralists, so we are so far. In war, I've told you, there's no morality.
And so what is he looking for?
Yeah. It is destruction. How Omana can say, this is my niece, Mpaucho. In America for Iraq.
Oh, she says Zelensky Becca said, Min Nato.
Baby, who come, on Shusha, Nidia, and say, near my security is at stake. Would you now agree, say, and say? And you know, and yes, in war, it's. There are laws on war. You discriminate. You don't hit civilian targets. But it's very difficult. What be anywhere?
But on you worried about Ukrainians because ebimo abusian for Russia. I had to say North and South Korea. And see, you are hurting the citizens.
And I make a mini aba. And this of one coming sorry. In war, it is destruction. Getting the enemy to be on its knees. Either say we destroy first and foremost what you destroy is the military capabilities. Into one airport we destroy.
Okay.
One say they buy a place to me for. One more tanks we destroy. Bridges why they bridges. Nina economic infrastructure also. Secondly, nothing now by say be a woman fuel no money adiana to bring them to their knees. Economic infrastructure will destroy. You are worrying the citizens. It's normal.
Inti se oya se Russia ye na fe ase wo bubu Ukraine egu from kojoto na fe wo no wa be fa Ukraine dis one na.
Me nye ni so betimi afa Ukraine se wo dis. Na mo ne normally wars but say bia says Saddam Hussein ye hanging here ye ni agi Eid day.
Yeah.
And ye hanging Saddam Hussein. Ye Ghana te ye ani ye boy ensem. I'm just about one morality about America. You know, yes, I did know. You be a penna, yenya. What petty be obey pro-American kind of Iraq, and you know in such wars we are. Yes, sir, you know, and so no. When you be our own Shasuma, or who say what they on the honorable. So definitely, me feel says Ukraine banning I say I won't go anymore. Definitely, Russia would like a pro-Russian kind of government in Ukraine. I only be to me.
Yes, indirectly, no person who do Ukraine so no.
America for years had
Omo yes I will quite ben so nti say only America na enya on se chi animo because say America for so almost omo form troops enko Ukraine.
And no Putin so in war your direct enemy no would you so usuro so beba because America cannot come. Na America no mobile ne Russia say look my nuclear missiles are ready. In Russia nuclear missiles also. The mistake America made was that they thought Russia was down. But for the past 5 years, they be any what this security say the world is going places. So Russia were the best supersonic missile air travel now many times the speed of light.
Hey, and you Johnny.
When say panel drew baby Russia has it. Submarines. The type of submarines I want. America for Nanka said more than say Russia is far ahead. China for the Omonka senti what they have. And China and Russia don't want. The world must sit up near Didi Pushkin at Putin at them near. Look, we must stop and be able to let the world recraft the world. NATO must demise itself.
Nato enwu. The bed then go because na me can be say agenda no and say we as wa can say security asem enti omo hwe we as security now ye wo how but you North Korea titiri ono what we dey bia de all ye jai was me ye me nuclear weapons.
Trump catch the North Korea say I'm coming with fire and fury. What time what did you want to who pisa me nyawa me you say o mate no building ni missiles.
Okay.
Or to first one they cross Japan e to see no or the san kakra or to do 7th one for America for say nani abre the 14th one your friend question 14 I friend no say it be through Guam na America missiles nyina hye it be through San Francisco, yes,
California,
it be through Seattle, Washington, wow. The western side of
US
akwawe one who say na America dimirika ko nene ko kasa Trump dimirika unia me yankasa in security matters. You build your security in such a way that the enemy is also respecting you, fear you.
I see. And see the yenwe enye se entokwa bi se Ukraine person joining NATO keke. Now so Russia so hwehwe ne bambo.
Exactly. Waka free 1997, waka 208 will show sign.
But NATO make eastward incursions on say harm. I didn't see na as a Russia panic.
Okay. Mama nchira wa sembi ebi ana mo yure fi mo nim security nti mo nim Vli Falls
no way
o Ghana heya o ye chire o Vli
Vli
Falls
oh
mo pesa mo call London so Vli ho effect London ma call several times.
Okay
now duru krokiti wa bi o hansa na wa nante akọ Falls o kroru bankum no ensio Vli Falls ne ba na aye meandering rivers na the plank bi atu nsuo no so wotumi tra ekura ketewa bi wo ye Togo wotra duru wo be Togo na mame no wo mutonton ne ma horo be cheap wine e ho na ya metato wine.
I see.
Me yure fi year no na Togo for be a bridge e was a river no so.
Okay
Who say na Rollins bufu ye ye de soja fo ko bridge kako ngrofo be fa so who build the bridge na me enemy say free Togo abe ha me wo Tibinua, preparation of one side is a threat to the other. A friend security dilemma.
Okay.
O prepare. Mama nka ba kunchira obiom. Italy for beche a place. Bra a revolution.
Okay.
Na Ghana nyina Air Force for any place bia na Italy for beche a place. Togo for kora report here ma UN. Say Ghana for prepare near the revolution aba.
Edi aba omuso.
Ofo bani close your borders. Say akwa jatono ye ni ho agro. We are not the revolutionary by. So a preparation of one side, it can be even economic preparation.
Okay.
China is sorry in America for any abre. You know, and any preparation on one side is a threat to the other.
Okay.
So Russia feels threatened. Period. And the border, however, they would missile the shower. Now and then. Until you see Ukraine must be a buffer zone. I mean Ukraine for now. I'm not against their independence. They are independent. And come back to me in Turkey. Turkey president na me penasem.
Oh yeah then.
Turkey president in there na nasem nyakura for Iraqi wars no. When you know ya na ne ba ne yi omotonton the oil of ISIS ne ade nyina yake. Ye church on se micro matros and mebri. E ma Turkey ambassador na o ha no ne nya direct confrontation.
Wow.
Oh yes, e Ghana ha. Now, but he is doing well. Oh yeah, now Russia be boss assembly hu another no one. Akoto Russia SS-400, one of the best anti-air missile no. Akoto bebre, akoto mi.
Ade abegu ho.
Ade abegu no na America for fu ade na akoto free Russia for ya bu.
Wa meto yo.
Now America for base e wo Turkey.
Okay.
Big base. I say we na bu fu be you base in free ho. America for say pa cheo. Beto F-35 ni bi kan ho MIA. And he is doing well. Osha Turkey and the progress of Turkey in economic and production aspect. He is doing so well because it is a zone between East and West.
Maybe.
So he's benefiting from Russia. He's benefiting from the West as such.
Maybe.
So why can't Ukraine do that?
Ukraine to me, yes, sir, because from Checha Odiamaye, you know, Russia, ehunu say Ukraine han ye funu mache. Enti yema wade ho but on share that na ho. Enti Ukraine on to me insisa sabi 2-2 no a Turkey AC no. Eno no so
obetumi ne say tio. and answer na answer me BC no. Gas, Russia was gas, better gas than any other country in the world.
Okay.
Ukraine, and that pipeline and Edico Europe.
Okay.
Free Soviet Union.
Okay.
Russia and Tosa, Otoma Ukraine, Abomre.
Okay.
Ukraine at Toma West.
Okay.
Ukraine, young
Fasopa.
Nasabi, and some phone you see if you Parasian cooperation in Russia was okay. Matoma Senia,
Matoma Europe for
to the extent said Basabasana and Simo dear. Now Ukraine for Antium once and Russia for pipelines are who me back on Turkey. Now back on Musi say as MSC. Back on North not reach a year, my friend, a year called Germany direct. And almost year to say, and we see no more halt.
I see.
Ukraine could have benefited on this from Russia.
Ebi say Putin not joined that say and he say USSR na you go no enwuye until he's still building some form of Soviet or communism empire until ohia Ukraine na onya ni wi omo makeka no a ti say Belarus say ayenim say ono no or Russia aligned Poland Russia aligned so omo Russia aligned in 90 indirectly Soviet Union no ebesan aba by so doing no na America civilization no egu.
Well, an American obi and BBR is a threat to the other. Russia all demanding the security no amount of officer will build it. It may be true, it may not be true. But the security no open end there. It may be true, but I don't think that Russia is thinking about reviving the Soviet Empire. I don't think so. It's very difficult to revive it. But the
West... me trust Russia, see?
No, what? The America they trust in this.
I'm just asking.
No, I'll give you the American exceptionalism. Just Google and find out. Our professors are from America. Now, a lot many people believe that America is the cause of hiccups in the world.
If we are see
free America. 1903 or 05, the Babe Panama Canal. Omu ehihase senia if is Russia share Donbass as ya na group bi ti wo ho to kwasi ya na Panama eti wo free Colombia. Yen fast forward 1962 Cuba. Say ya the socialist and Russia for na ebo. Mo say hey Russia for the missiles ba be shamo 90 km away from nti yempe ye friend Monroe Doctrine.
Okay.
Enti no yempe obia a obebe ye border. Fast forward 1982 Grenada, a small country. It's a film crack. Na woman say woman Cuba for neighbor Cuba for boy mama aerodrome be. I bet me have a jumbo jets. Cricket more jumbo jets here day. Russia 14 amoyesa. America 47,000 military men. To share cricket ticket so. Ekum woman prime minister. One be America assembly because obey your border. Penisa.
On backyard.
Venezuela. Western Hemisphere, then all socialism. Venezuela has the best oil in the world, not in numbers, but Venezuelan oil. They say almost the former Ghana, Venezuela is switching Ghana. Pure oil, millions, not less than 2 million barrels a day. They say more the sanction at once and tom oil, because of our backyard. Fast forward, Iraq, and then Saddam Hussein, more than Trobi as weapons of mass destruction, I could say Iraq passa. Iraq is no longer the Iraq. And then ISIS free mobile. You could do ISIS no more how we are seeing Libya. The no-fly zone resolution 1973. And Kasi Yanko to Saddam Hussein. Nato Semunya Kwame Naminkoya Diano Mamu UN. Kofi Annan say Iraq dia Kofi Annan say hey, and it's against international humanity. Inti Libya dia no so humanity. To the sense that America gave $100 million to the rebels in Syria and 60 million to the rebels in Libya. Because one day bisa America something. They must film crash. Omo yes I didn't we are. Na fi omo ma we ase atiase so obi mo na enye. And they American header or prosecutor or ICC International Criminal
Court or Hague.
Or person over there or try Russia for. It's good. Saves war crimes you try.
Tokoya
Nampanicho, Ebra Besunda, that Gambian woman, Bra Oya prosecutor. No person prosecute Americans are including Iraq, Nazambe this year. America for Nagasakra, Munfa, Monsan share ICC, and I see. na mo obi ba dia mo hwe na mo tata ayi president of Kenya America for di mo de na mo nkrofo ko di sabi nsamfo dia mo se de ye nka huntimi and trial. What kind of world are we having? Ye vote against Israel or United Nations. Hwe na hali ye the UN representative of US away. He told everybody, "Mo na mo se mo ye democratic o." O sorry jina na say, "Mo am beto aba nyina ye hwem." Ye be se na mo beto aba.
Wow.
Africa for nyina fe obi ya de ntisie. No. The world must change.
But say America is the world superpowers.
Okay. No, be person where is superpower the other company.
Now one can have it.
Okay. Now they say Russia tias. They say China tias. Near me sure me nuaba.
And see, Osha America, you has a problem. One.
Oh, your biggest problem. America for professors nankasa ye no dinkita hono. Enim. Oh, yeah, superpower now ye hegemon.
In this case, the omo share dan ye she.
Na say no one omo ye. One na shisha say yes na kosi baby edri. One na
but yente so makasa ye de Nato yiba, ye de troops yiba.
No.
You can't. The man State of the Union address or say no, fire
they can't on two fronts. Number one, Nato uremu third world war. Nato uremu the Russians will move throughout Europe. Say will be our enemy.
Hey.
Oh yes, the countries
that will be that bloody.
Oh yes, the countries that form NATO, NATO will be our enemy.
Okay.
And they know this, so they won't dare. Number two, American public, is against any American next war. We say 14 trillion. Afghanistan. You know, they don't
finally
want.
Finally, Afghanistan and Taliban for
exactly. So Americans will not. In fact, they won't urge NATO to come in at all. And NATO countries in Ankasa, there are individuals who are voicing, and I have a lot of them sent to me by my peers out there, voicing against what the NATO is doing. Say, leave the Russians alone. Build bridges with them. Let them be in their enclave, be in your enclave. Now we are seeing a boko. Now what wait because if you say no more keep peace. What kind of peace? If you don't have the peace, how do you keep it? How do you keep the peace?
The countries they are going to, peace. And say be an answer, be a trigger. So
Iraq, a doctor be a woman to was what make Obama mind. Saddam Hussein is bad. And I'm foreigner, you both say doctor no regret to say my country under Saddam Hussein was a more peaceful country. It's a preferable country.
Wow.
Preferable country.
I see. Where then are you and a reas bit me? I found.
Near hard back when I have reas and say global institutions, multilateral institutions, UN, Nankasaka, WHO, WTO, W111, women in are better under the hypnosis of the West.
Oh,
Murakasi, any day. And more 2 years, and I'm chino.
You say, boo boo baby.
Say, BPI Becabia near per se. Adena. Why can't the UN be independent? WHO independent, WTO independent. Say,
okay.
They are for the world. Nanyania West Becca. You see, Usiwa, and then I say, I can't say it's a Koruk in a Yajuma.
Yeah.
10 years ago, near she, and the Senator Mudaya, but the person you can and then you can't. But WHO and Ministry of Health all throughout the world. Kiki. COVID by Clinton, Bush, Trump. Then also no.
Yeah. He was taking cover kind of publicly. Yeah.
You know what world are we in? Say global institutions in China, West Beccabiano. COVID
but is America the only Western country? America is the Western now.
America can none say Trump back power now. West for be per se challenging the who said and a bufu ye. A kakakra can not to look around Uguno.
I think all the better.
I better. Oh, now me bomb pie. Me bomb pie, pa will be empanasem, Hong Kong and empanasem. Because if NATO is not there, I think Nefi, Ebema world institutions now are for Umreso. NATO can UN Casadi, ya. Let him say, and the vote to UN say, near Russia and yet. Mijidi, oh yes, want to mean to show be sad, but UN chat on Emma Hokwine. Article 2 for Emma Hokwine. Okay. Enti na ma focus na Ghana ko de no abo West. Debi Ghana foreign policy no ejina 4 pillars so first pillar is pan-africanism be African you know ye dimo akotren
okay
non-alignment ye mfa ye hu more east ye mfa ye hu more west
okay
good neighborliness o ma bia ye adamfo
okay
multilateralism ye mfa say America for kwakwa ni edi omachi Russia for ye de ni multilateral organization a ye dom no no say ECOWAS UN ye nyina aka etibom ne yesi ye kodi se ye na wo ne beko enti Ghana position no ye nti ase yi ye ngase ye sap ye dabi ye nti ase ne say the world must subscribe to multilateralism
nti say ya kasa de Russia ye nya because UN say na ye kan UN
charter no say
I see. Now UN Security Council no any almost 5 permanent member states. Ghana they say yenye permanent. Omo den na omo kan fa na omo so omo ka tire manye papa.
Dabi UN ankasa the structure ye DC 1945 SS sama. Na this is Kofi Annan person sana. Dabi amafo si ye mpam Russia free UN maso da. Sebi Yesu bakura maso. Because veto power no except 5 members in nyina no ko benkro
yeah
enti mu nyina mo bo apam say ye pam Russia na Russia man is also ma veto asa ada China man is also ma veto na asa enti o mo ka sa asem o UN e mesre
any am would dog omo de ye di agro ye no ye the citizens or the ordinary people.
That is why Kwanu Jom not to remake the world. We need to remake the world.
Can we ever
make the world? If we make the decision. America anymore catch and say, hey, look, man, you are wrong. Russia anymore catch and say, you are wrong. China anymore catch and say, you are wrong, and we go. Look at what is happening right now. So Ukraine, okay. So Ukraine succeed here. Me am so me pompa here. China for work of Taiwan. One you know where. So
Ukraine succeed here.
Russia, Ukraine, but definitely it succeeded.
Russia succeeded in taking over Ukraine now. China for to be called to Taiwan, which is a republic, or who free China.
Because de facto, in legal terms, and you know, Taiwan, China for there.
China for there. That's true. Hey, and yes, and na South Korea and North Korea, and so Kenya or Muhu.
And when it's here.
Any ye kwa ni ye kwa 4th World War. Ye wo class, ye wo history class. Na accept kaka shoma say Ukraine succeed, Russia succeed there. Ade so said the ekwe there as wa succeed there we. Ade what will become of the nation Ukraine? Enwene masem.
Number 1, Ukraine will continue to exist but bruised. Just say
we pray.
Nekura Santokwanisia Ukraine brapa. It will take years to rebuild Ukraine.
Wow.
Number 2, Russia succeeded rebellion in Ukraine besankoso because Lugansk ne Donbass and as a Donbass area and Lugansk ne Donetsk are purely Russian speaking. Almost from Russians who supply all the time.
As a rebel, as a rebel,
exactly. Purposely to make sure that Ukraine doesn't go to NATO. Wow. Thirdly, say Russia succeeded at sending bad signals through Latin America and China. We say, of course, there are no more exercises. Now we share the map of the world. We share American troops around the world. About 240,000 troops in the Korean Peninsula and Guam. I have no more exercise. Normally Taiwan for us. Instead of the peaceful, me say Hong Kong peaceful. China 40 omuhase mo de mo tra hono ma ngonkosi 1999 sana munko yekura kwajo constitution kwentia or say you don't have to do this to Hong Kong here, you know, you ruled the place over 100 years. China for afa sana Taiwan diaka ano boko say one nation, two systems. You bet me iron boko but moko exercise na China for the omo exercise what Taiwan straight to say hey attack. Exercise normally bring about some kind of war. Russia exercises here. In Timor America for many Taiwan exercise. It's also just a hubi China. Yes.
Hey doc, and I said I can't go there. Russia cook fast some about. because it's obi amount who going to be
American, but Ukraine need NATO na cover some bad. Me am bisa say NATO te ho ye den. E wo wiase.
I say only US any NATO problem.
There be say a field. The presence of an alliance and also create a condition for another alliance to be formed.
Okay.
NATO na omo ya alliance first. Sanka Russia for the Omuni alliance bia.
Okay.
And then Russia decided to form a Warsaw Pact, which was very dangerous because they were much like this. We had to back one we are iminu. And it was so dangerous during the Cold War. And the Cold War ended. Yeah, field.
Na Cold War na ended.
We thought it had ended since Russia was weak. That's why I'm saying NATO to hold here. If NATO demised itself in 1992, anka a trade in the be take you over.
Okay.
Russia will way, Missouri will way, you know, and the global institutions, UN near the no, and ya who DB. I say, I say, Obi pre at the global institutions, national motto.
Wow.
That's what.
But America fiti as say man penny Reagan abreso or call China kakra and kita undie koso. Enti na ewiase feel say or the nsesaye bi eba to ana woman to aso ana say omumienu ne de asa gina mwane kraman omani nhia
omani to where me fie oba ade akra bi ba me fie na magina mo aba ko ote me kraman kakraka bi o chi na chi wo ye shocked say egina mo apa ete kraman
so eh
me nyame na me train won say nia wo mo nyina ba me nche wo ye yi no ama adonkufa na ayede
aba
na ye na we bra we so frode a sanka enkoso sa America started now mu China was not part of the UN one the Taiwan no mu na see China na only history no a e be after film keke China can hwe ko see 1973 ekono Kissinger American asimia ofi say no bigger China ye jan wo UN no nti o mo replace 79 no mo replace Taiwan with bigger China and kesi happen kita won eren Ekosu. But the rise of China was a threat to the West.
Why was it a threat?
And American international relations, minia say kuso mami yusu weird day. When ye nua ba yi. Na maniji papa we hu mi enu nya manyina maniji ne hu. Maniji mi nua ba ma yi hu.
Okay.
One say and what are the share fine pa me count as watch no what are the share wo dia human nature
any pursue
and in international relations and in really say in your friend mama can brofo kase no back
okay
no so hia your friend animus dominandi
there be where nya brofo
it's a Latin say the tendency to want to overdo it's that thing in us.
We must say nyame boy we person oyire no we so person oyire no
me kira dia na man for so for be no be class so there be them na say no your banso am say mama me srewa obi ba okunu hu abema no kwan afi wo sre
and the insurance
there you are you know sana wiasenete
okay
but nyempa bebre Joseph Nyaya American asem no church on nyama ni ade o mu asan trans ye hu say it is the structure of the world na the way aba
and there can never be peace in the
exactly enti o mu pa kire say let global institutions take over
but institutions so amanya and no mo finance
ye nyina na yakotena se akase mama obi ntu show obi so it is a Russia baby say America to share we so who can say well and then to me my vias
okay
it I can say look this time
as a UN no wada kakra because America to share we so what
only what it takes
well I'm for say UN is America is the UN
there you are
yes
of course at a point in time this Palestinian they move free US soil Russia could move free say Oma threatened sa bebre several times Kofi Annan say the UN should get Kofi Annan can say Iraq now more illegal we know we Kofi Annan yes say ba are benefiting from the oil for food program don't go for Kofi Annan computers to go through
as a general UN secretary general
6 UN intelligence what do you call it yes intelligence what do you call it organizations had to probe Kofi Annan.
Wow.
Oh yes. When you mean
because of sad DNC.
Near pursue to know. Now, no more and say yes, and the Banduran will fix our organization at Omo da suit you good account to be. No more. They wanted just to get so Kofi Annan as the Secretary General of a Nabra no person assistant the world security. Fact, mature article be found. He wanted to change security of former commission. Said you know, yeah, mommy, Mary Cherny Hesse, Crown or come.
Oh, I see.
Oh, mature articles about that. And yet in Africa, then the proposal call a friend is winning consensus.
Okay.
Near the Obia, the near by Kofi Annan got table motion, no book now, and I said the report no person the change the world, dear friend, in larger freedom, copy be kind.
Okay.
A small 2 hours over.
All right.
Now, in larger freedom, take a parody from the preamble of the charter. Say that succeeding generations will live in peace and in larger freedom. Exactly, all this society. Both in here, Trump Pamoni, on and all UN. On listed 700 questions, the Kofi Annan.
Oh, Sabu Kakran, home.
Kofi Annan, pro a year, you know, just here to train.
Yemfanye. Well, any when you are putting Jama, so no, so you say what training in what to say American Russia version of CIA, and was she more on sere. When you be I said that the no listen boots, Kai, so the prime minister that.
Where did that?
And son obey
the president.
Okay.
And America for that and say a dictator or transfer actually, you know, we change the constitution, say, or my prime minister. No, or the Medvedev be a president.
Yeah, Dimitri.
Who the prime minister we are say BBA is you can say be president. No, I say about.
No, I say about. And see, as we know, so no, wabo America hopo. And see, say I say Ukraine and Fino, Odini so when nini so still.
President.
Obesia pema konini.
President Piara, American president, Russian president Piara, Chinese president Piara, target America. American president Biara target Russia. And then Russia, hey, and now my say, yes, ni di hu abobo e parliament and I say Congress. Na Russia do man also. America for say, yes. Inti an American insecurity, a friend is security dilemma. Obiye you know now. Inti ense wa share that target. Country be a be man who so be hano or be target no.
And you Kofi Annan umana ochoye ne ye kan kura enkosi aga.
There be I see you at least
in larger freedom.
Larger freedom.
Now that larger freedom no, it's not going to happen.
It's na mene woso. Aban wo dodo a wo mo do mo hye either America or Russia or China na ye hwe ni ye. Ye ka ho. Libya say we see 53 countries in Africa then around that time were talking seriously about it. Thabo Mbeki was chosen say Constitutional Africa. Ye na ye gather say the peacekeepers na dey nyina beko. Nato say yempene 27 African countries out of the 53 that voted that time voted to recognize America's INF interim national front.
Africa for say say America enye womo pimpin ya bambo na ebrebe ye de akọ
enu ni ti eni ayeka ho. Yes, you hold the essence agreements with various countries. Yemfa base Mesia.
E wodi e fi.
Of course. Say Ghana, and Pukabaka, ye di bobo, na me kasa TV so near there. Only America signing out on the base Mesia open. Say you have invited the other enemy.
Okay. And yes, I know say na ebia ye say Ghana, ye ti ase some form base. They have.
They have a small office here.
Okay. So if Omowa and then one of our 4 pillars, non-alignment, na jegu. Ebasa other countries, to say Russia, the neighbor show says, only memoano.
Or the name or hell. BBJ, what can you?
No, continue then we are saying as you say I shall say Ghana school for now you go about so confirm you crash back what me say or can asem or say on the final year medical school jama 3 months be pay na wa try no social chat or cry say see wo mo aba ebi mu kra de omo say ye twan say bi antokwa no ebegya na I'm asking e wi asenye den 2 entokwa ebegya
and to can the beja and to can be anywhere because we are ninja. Etere bi ane ombra no ma home. We need the video no se mi enkoso. And to can be a steady wars have about 4 phases. Pre-war, did one time to me and Patay no amanensia. Now war na starting. War na start here. There is a possibility about could be in Kunim. Na amana to echa. Ana womi unu nyina be bre your friend hating stalemate. We are bre na ya fe ya transfer ya chron krata say ye jai and these are the phases of war. And you know where cause we any day ebedu mribi either say obo say ba kon abre Ukraine the supplies san ye say ni bibia wi a obeko say mpacho white flag they say near Germany here no and I say Russia for na wo mo ye ya na so BBC ebia kuso bibi ko si na bia ye to Putin na new president bi say on the ompento. These are phases of war and ye dey to be twa na mom say to twa say be to ochina na say dey na say
na brebe na to be twa no and no do we foresee it anytime soon?
The point is this, I don't like the posture of Zelensky. Wona obre ofro bi so mebo ono a woba no so country be na yi na nipa se mebo Germany say me na un say na Germany here quiet for a long time cause o monim say do o hye ma Russia for permanent come gas no and na
Germany no nam ho
okay o na benefit more and our money Russia trade is very high sanctions here enye Germany for them enti Germany on for troops on koda and then I say o made a small tubi ibramo say be do say no because in war no you cut supplies.
Okay.
It's why Russian encirclement no in such a way say supplies them back.
Baby Russia there no.
Yeah. Baby Ukraine, we must surround Ukraine. From Lvov, my friend Lviv to Kharkov, before Kusi Kherson was says was a second I see. And one west bet with the Tuafa.
Yeah, because some of our east, north, and south, and I just the western part of Ukraine. And your honor so much how can cook. Now she say, and ya do be a crab to me about boy Ukraine. America see you, men crop former, but my brother will Tony and or the befa here now.
And also now to me do any BBA and I say, he said my enemy's friend is my enemy, and my enemy's enemy is my enemy. And the country be added to your banner or your enemy. 1, 2 and share the square and your day banner who in international law so be destroyed.
Okay.
And the convoy be the to about Ukraine. Not Russia from won't be to be the plane and bam. One can read. And the Messia ejina Ukraine and Russia so titu.
Omumi na.
But sure article bin am say. You bet to me see. And it says Zelensky best me pacho. Me ko yen sign agreement. No, ne Russia for ko de ne sign agreement. Na Russia for na ma condition. Na international community na bam. Say it's like Muhammad wants to say more patch there. Na international community na bam. Say international community UN country will be entie.
Sir.
Oh no, I just say afanu no. UN
country. Man kasa na betimi akon ma say. Na Zelensky so ase na ni eden.
Enye na ni odin sebi. I'm sorry sebi age me. Nkrofo no. As a president.
But Obama so there doko your Obama nya dia obekọ kon no ajeja ho sa.
He who lives to fight another day is a better person. What's the okay? When you are president, Papa will say, and we'll be because country beyond is an enemy and Russia can send a missile. So they won't come.
But France, any Germany, any Poland, and so yeah, it's more dancing. So I hear, if I'm wrong, correct me. You say Omicron, they can't say they won't let Ukraine be part of NATO.
Because they were part of the agreement.
I say Russia or pay US. Or they won't Ukraine.
Exactly. Poland, France, and Germany. Now they are thinking. Yesterday there were some skirmishes. Say, likely say, but second one they say, those countries that sponsored the Minsk agreement. You know,
okay.
The third one they say, first one America, Zelensky and Kasan, and some bufu no somehow. What sent the delegation? Our money Russia for committee Belarus border. At the same time, no, Ubabe Kasa the world, no. You see, you have no hope in that day. It was a bad diplomatic talk.
So,
oh yes, he openly said Say bumbe boy na say talk I don't have a this thing. It's a bad diplomatic talk. But that is the only way.
We are looking at how things were going because Omuko Shiana Munsuna so Russia called J Kharkiv because before Ombeko Shiana it was just Kiev.
Yes.
Before Ombeko Shiana Tuesday no any it say Russia called Russia Kharkiv no you're right it's all Beka.
The city is called Kharkiv.
Kharkiv. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kharkiv. Tio miniaba. Diplomacy sani obetumi aka kire wo onipa wo na ekono. Say obed de was Tony and na wanya ne awo hwehwe.
Okay.
That's diplomacy.
Okay. Adefa. Oh, because me now am abo any madam who so na nam. Say professor bi na ye de kire ade wo diplomacy. Sir professor na say diplomacy or a diplomat is one who is able to tell the adversary to go to hell in such a tone that the adversary will ask, oh, where is the railway station? How will I get to hell?
Exactly. because go to hell.
Yeah.
Now, oh, go to a beautiful hell, huh?
You even be smiling like I'm doing.
Exactly. Now, Zelensky, who can this one diplomacy must work. Another thing the world should do is to persuade China to wade into it. Because one will declare so support Russia. Debbie, Russia, BT.
Oh, okay.
In war, we have what we call conflict mapping.
Okay.
Map conflict, we have your support to wine.
Then why never catch China say so only Russian kasa na Antony was.
The United Nations can do that. I told you, Zelensky with China, oh, yeah, you know. I tell you, Obia or Mukra, you know, said Russia can submit me a catch China say, as you, Yemi and Yai, it happens.
Okay, oh, yes. Or Mombet me a George or them, no mambo, Ponomo, they are one saying.
Not say, America for Open Crumetu, no, but that I come from say, was the Wajidi or Ganapa, yes, Tokana, Yakone High, which me on Besu tea and tea with the Okasachre. No munya kwandi tu no at least one more to kotokwa na na be ka kire kwa kuma say ko nti ntokwa mu de those things happen. Russia can tell China to come in, anybody, you know, that kind of thing.
If you are Russia obe feel say okokansa obe feel defeated because a man for cry am a US so I can be say Russia has made a stiffer opponent because oko no him say okofa ne say ba ya abrewajo but oko say Ukraine no sunyemre
but we aba say we can want say America from you because China for some bro.
Okay.
When you want an end to war, you use all means, all tools in the tools box.
Okay.
Oka any accident, o man tools box no be see or no. Tool e hu hia no wafa. Well, e bia hu hia jack. E bia na hu hia friends some friends e bo bi kura e da ba bi na o dia be kan. E dia no say toolbox no ho, but you need something. And Russia is not going to tell the whole world because China no matter. But what suits his security interest? Obey.
I see. Unfortunately, every no I be doc meeting into a yes say you be Johnny ho. Na ye Ghana ye catch Russia say onya idea o ye no. E bi tin kan say ye kasa kra. Ya kofa ye nkrofo nso aba say ye nhwe omo aban jom ho en wakofo bi mu so omo makra. How should the country Ghana we nyina mu no onye na ade na be wiase no yankonya atamfo.
Ne din kan ma menchire Ghana for say Ghana position will take in there on the BNU.
Okay.
It fits into our foreign policy.
Okay.
Secondly, a UN position.
Okay.
Charter na ya signing.
Okay.
Say, o man BNU wants to show man bi so. Nti o man bi yankasa kra ye to show man bi so a ya see hu say enye.
Okay.
Ghana position there me ni hu abobo kra is the correct foreign policy.
Oh.
Let us me no ye nuanu ma ye tumi dia kofa biaba no. Ne kwan so an na e din e no one plus aban atumi abomodin e di biaba.
Okay.
Nti ye mo aban na ba so. Bibiaba ntokwa na esi wo ho. Anka betumi esi wo ba bi e na anka ntokwa de ensi. Nti enya esi no na is a force majeure, is the situation na esi.
Ye ni hutumi.
Nti where do we go from here? Ye di biaba. Ni ye be pacho ha ni say ma exaggerate for eto bia na mo de more instability ba about what do we have to do to them? You bet me am binom atwa musuku so ha na anase yesi eja onye de yenso esika nkoma omana we must find out what their peculiar situations are.
Okay.
Ebi o medical school untumi kan tese ko University of Ghana Medical School level 400 500 to the Ghana Medical School should be able to assess and know what you have done, what you have not done, no money idea. And son of which me aboa. And who is going to pay your fees? When you say about to no yes, some kito I just say about sorry ya na o ya settle.
Okay.
Oni anka a won so mma no wo masem pina wo ho a won kwa Ghana for na many foreign minister na kasa na say ya e pino kwa wo mon register kura with the Ghana consulates around. And as wo mon yen tias
so mo ho
ya na ai esi ye ka ko for Ghana for na free Libya ba no we yenim na be fa plane na dia kwa go see Libya wonte se mo mefo maybe we must know who is where intimisre Ghana for omonto ombo na international relations through the foreign ministry no ombe ya omadwuma omonye omadwuma se ne be ya ye nkrofo na nya nkrofo no kwa na nya asem Nigeria for you soon be free play trade mu or trade mu say o black won si
yeah
omoka omonsem
now Ukraine are they that racist
everywhere racism no dey everywhere
nam ka say so Russia nkrofo no dem ye racist pa me say
oh first I ho na ya ahemfu ni ya ahemfu pa wo ka racist yi mi say ma ball ba bi su tropen
wow
here the police station or police for no permit say am I going to prove charge or frame me abiziana say me a monkey
oh
ti me hwe so tro na yan pan ni afu bi ho na yan pan ni ba ko kan say insurance say me somebody bi mu sabe ne ya ahemfu sabe
na nkroma breast wo na socialist ne di ade na ba na socialist ne da so
na socialism da so
okay wo honom no
wo nya nkwase ade bi ebegulani na nimu ase tie ne ya ahemfu pa blacks no ne ya ahemfu ene de wo ye bebu akun ahye snow no racism number na risk skinheads no wo mo hobby breezes say na freedom ni wa na fi kakra ba e no wo ma sorry
as a freedom na babro so
racism no Ukraine racism bia Europe bia wo ko Britain na racism na British citizen won hwe wani mun kan tell so ye monkey
so ni obeye wa ase no
na ni a wo emfa no wo ye ya wo twam afa ho on fiu Germany de obey hwe wani man wo watumi ehun so won pe wasem
hey we are see
yeah chiri enim
yeah I see yeah ko nyame adoma kwesiada ye di 65 years so o man my official pa na ka bibi che
yo Ghana for mama official pa o man bia e koso a problems wo ho na ne ye afsefim wo Ghana kakra ne say ye ba ho kire kakra ni kura o man bia ni wa se ni esi covid aba e ho osaba petrol prices e koso enya aban bi na o sheda ka se ye to petrol man na say problems are Ghana na mu no esase ye tiase ne ye boa aman say aban wo de fa ha eye na no ye polite wo ho ne mfa nkire aban through our political parties, through our organizations na say ye pese basa si because ahokyere aba e basa ahokyere double more ye ntu ye mu ne ye build a nation building ye nya adeketo a mesre ade ba ko pe na be to Ghana fo ani mesre ye konfo anya isika se mu na meka
ye konfo mo
we are so undisciplined.
Indiscipline, sir.
Yes, that's the word.
There
is indiscipline
and there's undiscipline. Hey,
there is indiscipline, and we ourselves are undisciplined.
Wow.
Now, say, oh my bubu my discipline. Don't fear China. Discipline. Now, China do baby discipline. Hard work. Ubi esi wo na ban dia ba free kura yes answer. Ni aban dia ba free. Aban my free SHS. If you see what for questions are related to man beniato. Are we disciplined? Bibia ye bibia ye wi aban ye wi ye di aban atem. Enya aban we to see na make ye discipline no it just say it permeates almost every other day.
I see.
Many aban atem so obra na e mo.
You say Africans and Kasa democracy near my.
Oh, democracy in the NTSNT. You can't democracy when you America.
Yeah.
American democracy is the worst democracy.
Hey, but they say they are the model or beacon of democracy.
And it's the West, no. They seem to want to force everybody to follow their, and that is not democracy.
Oh.
If you force me to follow you, it means you are not being democratic. You have to allow.
Exactly.
American democracy, just say, one more democracy there, do it until the law says no.
Okay.
Yes, so you have cells of morality and they build a society.
You can emphasize sense of morality in American democracy.
What they come with paper because one more cells and no cells. For example, what the bus what the bus now open in way no I'm sorry. And they open new crack at us sorry. So America yes, we do be country be sorry.
Yeah.
LGBTQ must say human rights fine. Yes, society no. If we say
yeah.
So we help them.
Okay.
But we don't create it as a human right or also spread it. Just say, no, that is our sense of LGBTQ. And that's what we need people. If you say,
Sinto.
It is say, and to see some
also
say a right into Yama will be a person with children with schools because you're right. Oh, Saturday when your own person with this one. Now sanctions against you. And we are democracy. So that's democracy is what your history, your society, your culture, and build it now build it upon and stay static. Who build it upon? Not rights and freedoms. No. Now American right cannot be my right or freedom.
Doctor dear, oh, you have a more money meeting. Doc, it has been a history class. Worthwhile. Yaba history lessons pa enti ebusia but no quick one no major question back when you no the impact globally and one if one increase ebeba no ana
very bad impact. There will be that economic impact. Sanctions on Russia, it will be a afraid be a contagion effect. Say any Russian trade heavily na say Britain Russia trade na any Britain trade effective. That's the contagion effect.
Okay, because Russia will
exactly. Once Russia is in the equation. Remember, we can say, hey, America for CNN, so the sanctions are biting Russians, they bite them and so. The next one is if Russia withdraws and I say sanctions, no oil, no gas, you breaded that because of former sanctions.
Okay.
Gazprom is the best gas owner in the world. On the Bagana and the Nato for the signing now 1F, 1D, so 1D, 1F,
1D,
1F, and Kabadi 7 because they were going to sell gas to us at cheap price. Our best supply gas. I'm saying they are about 1/3 the world.
And Gazprom is from Russia?
From Russia. It's the biggest gas company in the world. Biggest. Nana Sabre and check in America. You have signed the agreement in America for the friends say sanction at all. Russia ni almost that target companies. Gazprom can. You to me ankoto. Enti basabase BSC or baby na say 2 elephants no one affecting individual countries throughout the world. Affecting. Say Russia to inti. What's the oil price? And run do 110. 110.
A barrel. Yep.
Yeah, you predict say by the end of the year, not to one this year, about 145.
Oh.
And yeah, share some musu. And so, some for a government office can cry and eat you, one can cry. Now, say, on ye also oil. Thirdly, affecting, I can say, exchange rate.
Yeah.
Dollar.
Cry
because we are a consumer nation.
You produce
crack cotton, baby. It once I import more than we are exporting, the inflationary trends will be there. It will affect the exchange rate. And then will be a per dollars.
Yeah.
And then I will cry denominating in dollars. It will be a per dollar, the rush for the dollar will increase the rate. It will not the effect of the war.
I shall say, cry, can the Beshan say, Russia on 20 boissy. Now on your buttery.
and the empire bo
wa join ma sorry no don't say near empire bo enti empire bo ne kasache na aman ekuo ewiase amanaman ahodo no global institutions ne so ebehwe se omobeye de ombetumi aye na nimdifo amo church so mo yire mo ho ntro no wo mo de omo kenkan de omo kenkan bia ebia na eja obi akwakoye Nana Suma, Your Excellency, Suma Dr. Vladimir Antwi-Danso, Niaji Pass and the Abyssian, a doc, a honum doc, a dean, and no director of academic affairs, Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College, a Teshi, and an Ayabani officer. No, in himself, so was Siadia. Kayun say, a Jada, Yabesan, a Chasam Punim repeat. Now, what's Siadia, now, so say, and Tokano, a free, a Wonashasi, inti. Ye mo a wo mo mpa bom ne ye nuan mo maba no so ye nka nche mo se monko se enya mo mfom so a ye bom pa ye se mo betumi a reintegrate e bra mo twen se ebegyae na makoba kena yakram